This from the Mike and April studios. This is Plugged In.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the episode 18 with Plugged In with April. And look who I have with me today as a co-host. Welcome in, Jay.
What up, what up, what up?
How are
April and
you?
Jay in the house.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
up? How you
Johnny
guys doing?
5+2 alive.
Yeah, Johnny 5+2. There you go.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I am doing well, doing well. We got some storms here in Texas, lots of thunder and lightning. So hopefully the broadcast will do well. Welcome in, Deanna. Look at all these lovely people. We've got Cassidy in the house and Tracy in Arizona, Sherry, Sean S., LoveStruck Gambling. Look at everybody coming in to check us out.
Dang, Gina.
Right, look, Kimmy Pecos. I love it, guys. Marge is here as well.
Scott.
Scott, yes, our crop dusters in the house. Yeah, Lisa as well. We're so glad you guys could join us. Vance Grady, welcome in, and Jamal as well. Lots and lots of fun people here to check us out today. I'm so excited you could take some time out and join us tonight. I know we did this a month or so ago. It was a great hit. Everybody enjoyed, getting a chance to talk to you. It's always nice when you're on this side of the camera and we can see more than just your eyes and your earlobes. It's awesome.
Yeah. And some ceiling tiles, or last night, no ceiling tiles. Everybody couldn't handle it. It was a little too disorienting,
I actually thoroughly enjoyed the different variety of games that you had yesterday. Being at the El Cortez, just a little bit of a different atmosphere. I kind of enjoyed you shaking it up a little bit. It was awesome.
Yeah. I figured it'd be a good little change of pace before taking a little break,
Yeah. We're going to get into your break here in just a little bit. Welcome in, Nadine. Thank you for joining us. That's awesome.
What up, sis?
Appreciate your sis jumping in here. The Kim Zella is here as well. Just checked into your hotel. Well, we're glad you made it there safely, Kim. That's awesome. James is also in the house. So welcome in and welcome in. Sean S., it was, that went away. Sean S., it was great. Robin and Douche are lucky. Yeah, I was going to ask how that went for you guys. NES and Robin and Mr. T they flew into Arizona and met up with Tracy in Arizona and Douche earlier today.
NES is there?
I thought so. Maybe he's just meeting them in Vegas. I may have that wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I know for sure Robin was there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Tracy
that had
Arizona
to be
said they did pretty good. So.
Yeah, right? I think that's awesome that they did that. I can't wait until July. We're going to get an opportunity, hopefully, to meet a lot more people when we come out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. If anybody out there wants to come out in July, what weekend is it again, or like?
So we're coming in. We'll be there the 16th through the 24th. Is when we will be there.
Yeah. There's a group of people coming though.
Yeah,
on their own.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are actually going to be in Vegas, and just speaking with Kim today, NES and Robin T and Mr. T will be in as well. So that'll be fun.
Cool.
Hoping we can do a big old cocktail hour, and because we do plan to do our Plugged In with April that Sunday the 16th.
Yeah.
And
I'll be there.
You'll be there. Sean S. is going to be there. Kim, and maybe we can get Robin T and them to come and join us. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time just to sit around and chat and just, hang out with everybody. It's going to be fun. Yeah. We can broadcast it and get everybody in on the action. No, he was not with us. It was Tracy, Robin, Mark, and me. We all did well, and it was a whole lot of fun. That's awesome, Douche. That's awesome. I love it. Pop and Ninny Slots, good evening, everyone, from Choctaw Grant. Well, welcome in. Pop, hope you guys are doing well there at the casino. That's awesome.
Yeah,
very cool. Yeah, so this is awesome that everybody came in to see you and, check us out as well. We thoroughly enjoy having you in our chat, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. You made a big announcement last night, so we'll go into that just a little bit. I also want to ask you, Did you see any of those aliens? We'll get into that too here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good time.
That's craziness if you ask me. But
I know. It's craziness how it just all of a sudden disappeared.
yeah.
Nobody's talking about it anymore.
Yeah, and evidence and or the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know the truth, will we? But we'll get into that in a moment. But since the last time you were on this show, we now do Drinks with Mike. And so every Sunday he prepares me a special drink and he shows everybody how he makes that. So let's jump into that segment real quick and then we'll come back here and go over all the big stuff that's going on in your world and mine. Sound good?
Very cool. Very cool.
Awesome. Take it away, Mike. It's all yours.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to go back to the martinis. This time we're going to do a caramel martini. We're going to start out with our vodka. We're going to get our shaker, Absolute vodka. We're going to do 2 ounces of the Absolute. Put it in our shaker. Then we're going to go to our caramel liqueur. We do 2 ounces of that as well. Do our Bailey's Irish cream, 2 ounces. And I like to add a little bit of Kahlua, the caramel. Not much. Actually do about 1 ounce. Gives it a little bit darker color. We're gonna add our ice. Top on, we're gonna shake it up real good, get it cold. And we're gonna set that to the side. And get our glass. We're gonna get our martini glass. We've already got some caramel poured out. We're gonna do the edge.
Wow, what fun, what fun.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
You only need one of those for the night.
Yeah, this is the finished product. Let's give it a good old taste test here.
Mike's like 2 ounces, 2 ounces, 2 ounces under the table.
Well, if you've ever watched, he does a free flow, right? So they just keep pouring. And if it spills over into the glass, he's that much more excited. It's kind of fun.
There you go. Very cool.
Look at that. Sean S. $1.99 super chat. Better not be from the dog bowl, Mike. All right. Yeah. So last night, he was modding for you. And he made me a drink and then I ran out and he was really busy in the chat. And so Sean S. was getting on to him. He's like, you better get April a drink. And I made the joke and I told my dog, I said, hey, go get mommy a drink. And so he just literally jumps up off the couch and Mike goes in there and he takes my drink and he dips it into the dog bowl and brings me the water from the dog bowl.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's why Sean S. was saying it better not be from the water bowl.
Sure.
That's awesome. But yeah,
well,
we've had
it was a drink.
It was, right? And he's
Mhm.
like, well, that's what the dog would have done for you because,
Mhm.
he can't get up on the counters. I was like, okay, I guess so. So thank you again, Sean S., for the super chat. That is awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We've loved doing that segment with Mike. It's been a lot of fun. This is our third week now to do it, and I love it. I think it's a good hit. It seems like people like it. We always have that hashtag Mike Matters on there. So we get him in front of the camera every now and then. That's for
Sure.
sure. Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
yeah. So what's going on with you? You made a big announcement last night. On the almost at the end of your second show last night. So tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah. Let's get into that.
So I'm going to take a break for about a month. And the reason why is I'm actually starting another company with a doctor friend of mine, and we're kind of at the critical point when I really have to focus on that and give 100% or even probably like 200% to that in order to make that launch successful. And then going from there, then kind of bring it back to the channel. I have other things that I have to do. The channel right now is a super important part of my life, but it's something that is still kind of a secondary part of my life. It's not the primary part that I have,
Yeah,
going
sure.
on. So, and the amount, like over the last, I don't know, 2 to 3 months, been getting about 3 hours of sleep a night. So it kind of just like, I couldn't, it hit a
Yeah.
breaking point kind of to where I just was, I needed a break. I needed a break. I needed to kind of refresh my brain and um, focus on what I need to focus on, take care of business, and then come back to having fun.
Yeah, so we went through that when we went to Vegas for Thanksgiving, and then of course we came home and we hit it super hard the last 2 weeks of December, and we actually ended up with COVID. But coming back at January and February, we had to step back a little bit, right, and
Hmm.
just kind of reevaluate because for us, and I'm sure this is somewhat for you in a different manner, but for us, every night it was let's log into YouTube and let's go to all of, all the different channels and show them some support and help, be there for them, especially for the smaller channels like us that are growing, right?
Hmm.
That's how they grow is by people supporting them. And we kind of got caught up in all of that where our, every day except for Sunday, because it was right before we started doing our plugged in with April, we were doing something involved and that was revolving around YouTube, right? And for you, I mean, I think it's great for you to be able to step back for a little bit because I don't know anybody else that puts on 3 shows a week. I mean, and you're doing 4 hours on a Saturday night very easily, right? And then a good
Yeah,
two
yeah, about four
hours.
hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's people don't realize when you're looking at as much as I interact with the chat. If I had a channel more like Big Jackpot or Brian Christopher, people probably wouldn't tune in because I mean they're turning in for the big bets with those guys. But for me, it's I do more interacting with the chat, try to have fun with the chat, try and involve
Mhm.
them in the games, and doing that is very mentally hard.
It
After
is.
4 hours, you're like my brain kind of hurts. Like you kind of start to like you feel like pressure in the head. It's like whoa, I can't take it, and it's super fun. Don't get me wrong. It's just it requires a lot of focus, and if you don't have like 100% focus, it gets kind of like dizzying of like what's happening, and it's not as enjoyable as it should be. Last night was super super fun. I had a great time.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
just a matter of getting that mind right and feeling good about coming in and trying to put on the best show possible. I don't want to put on subpar
Y-
product. So
Yeah, and then I think for us, and we have been in a lot of different chats. We've been, watching a lot of different YouTube channels, and yours by far the chat is phenomenal, right? And the
yeah,
way
yeah,
that
by far
yeah,
we have
and
the best
abs-
chat by far in the
absolutely,
business.
I agree
So
with that. I mean, there's just nothing that comes close to that. The interaction and then how you interact as well, right? So for me, when I was watching it, D stepped away and you guys were doing your, he's looking more into the jewelry store and whatnot, and you doing this by yourself. I remember thinking to myself that how in the world is he going to be able to keep up with all of this? he's playing, he's keeping up with the chat, he's talking, you know, and Sean S has kind of, you know, stepped up big time and helped you out. But I've always wondered, right, it's got to be very hard because for Mike and I, that's what I do. He plays and then I interact with the chat and let him know what's going on. But there for a while, you were doing that by yourself. And kudos to you because that was absolutely incredible.
After 4 hours of playing, like looking at the chat scrolling, watching the slots scrolling, it's interesting for like 30 minutes after a live stream, everything kind of moves. Like the walls are kind of moving, everything. It's really weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really odd. It's hard to explain that when you've looked at something for 4 hours straight, moving up and down, and it's moving, things start to move after the stream is even over for about 30 minutes, and then everything kind of, you know what I mean?
Out. Yeah, so it's probably like when you're on a cruise ship and you're constantly kind of swaying back and forth, and then you get off onto the land, right? And you're kind of like, ooh, feeling a little woozy from that. But I think your chat is great. I think that the way you interact with everybody, you answer their questions. It's awesome. The feedback that they give you, what games to play or how to change the denomination. And I think for me, the best part is you don't sugarcoat anything, right? You are very upfront and honest. And if people are starting to get out of line, right, it's taken care of. You know, we've had some naysayers in there and whatnot. So you do a great job with that. And
I just want it to be positive. You know, there's a lot of nasty stuff going on in the world, and to just have a little positivity in your week.
So Mike James says Justin did a good job not getting too frustrated as well, especially with the negative chats and spammers. And it's out there, right? I mean, you had the Richard Simmons there for a while.
I mean, Richard Simmons was funny because it was so aggressively over the top.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny, and then it just kind of it went a little too far, but it was still funny. I mean,
I like all the things that have evolved from your chat, right? So you have the hashtag FKim or FK for hashtag free Kim. You know, we just all the little things that.
Or you can use it in a different way.
Yeah, you can.
You add in the ace and the money sign. You know, you
get something else.
Yeah, kind of spicy. You know.
Yeah, and that's just it, right? I mean, we have been coming to your channel for over a year now and being a part of the chat, and it is fun, and it is a lot of fun because I know anytime we would meet any of these people, right, and getting out there into Vegas or running into them when we have, it's just fun because we're just a lizard family. And I don't think you probably ever thought that you would have that type of community behind you. But that says a lot about you, right? And the fact that you come out there time and time again and you give it your all. And even when you're...
I mean, it's been about 2 years now, really, of going strong.
And I just that's amazing to me, and just bumping up and going into Wednesdays, because what has that been, a little over a year, like
a little bit over a year,
13 months, right?
Yeah.
So adding a second show every Wednesday night and being consistent, just awesome. Kudos to you. So I could certainly see
the Wednesday show went every single Wednesday for, like 55 weeks. So.
And see, that's awesome, right? I mean that's commitment, and that's why you're so successful. Sherry says, I have always loved watching your channel, Jay. Take time for yourself, and we will be here when you are ready to come back.
Well, it's not really time for myself. I'm just going to be, instead of working, 50 hours in the lab and 40 hours on YouTube, it'll be 80 hours on the lab. There really isn't any break, any rest for the weary, I guess. But it'll just be, focusing on something that has a great end goal. So
and we have to have, like, for me, I have a full-time job, right? I work 45 hours a week. So the YouTube channel for us is an ad hoc fun thing, part of our journey for Mike and I to do that, right? I can't imagine committing at minimum, you're committing about 7 hours a week live on camera, right? That doesn't even include all the other stuff you do, right?
Yeah, all the recording.
So
that's probably another 7 to 10 hours a week, probably.
Yes,
and then all the video editing, another, about an hour of video. So you're looking at another, 14 hours a week. So it all adds up real quick. Responding to comments, doing all that stuff.
Well, and
so.
don't forget about your merchandise, right? You handle all
Yeah,
that yourself.
yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake. I probably shouldn't have done that one, but you live and you learn.
I mean, the merchandise is awesome, right?
No,
I mean,
it's
the
good quality
is
merchandise.
great.
It's just a
Yeah.
matter of time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think taking off and being able to get the lab up and running. If you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing as far as the lab goes.
Can't really talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right then.
That's a
I
non-disclosure agreement, so I can't do that.
Can't do that just yet. Okay, no problem. But I think being able to focus on that, right? Because I don't think people realize that you do work all day long and then you go, and you spend probably good 2 to 3 hours filming, right, to get your daily videos. You were dropping 2 a day. Oh my goodness. And those videos are not extracted, for the most part, are not extracted from your live play, right? I mean,
well, even if they're not extracted from live play, it still takes about an hour to edit it and put all the back in the YouTube on the background to make it SEO friendly and do all that stuff. So
yeah, it's just a lot of work, and kudos to you. I think.
And then I also got like these little guys. Butters, come here, Butters, come here. This is my little Butters. So I gotta take care of her.
Oh,
too.
Butters is making a cameo appearance. Look at that. There is Butters, everybody. Oh my goodness.
It's my little Vegas mutt.
Oh, was it a rescue?
Yeah. I rescued her about 11 years ago. So she's an old lady.
Wow.
She's an old lady.
That's awesome. So cute. Look, Kim says, hi, Butters. So awesome.
And then we got the other one here. Come on, Butsy. Come on. This is my real old lady.
Oh, she looks like our pup. How sweet. What's her name?
That's Botsy.
Botsy.
Yeah, she is 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's my little nugget. She's mostly blind, mostly deaf. But she's a happy dog.
Look at that. Your pups are making a cameo tonight. Yeah. That's awesome.
So they got to take care of them and give them some time. And, it's everything is time.
Yep. And time is not something we can get back either, right? It's one of those things you hear. Laffy Taffy says, wow, those are cute pups. They really are. That's so sweet.
Yeah, Botsy needs a bath, but she'll be okay.
That's awesome. Well, I can appreciate the fact of taking some time off, and I appreciate the amount of the effort that you put into your channel, and then when people come out to visit, you take time out of, your day to meet up with them and going down to the strip if possible, to meet all these lovely people that are supporting you.
I'm actually going tonight to go meet somebody because I screwed up, and during the live stream I said I forgot to email him. Yeah. So I felt bad, so I'm going to make an extra trip to go meet him.
See, and that's awesome, right? Because again, you're very gracious. You're very open to everything that's going on. And, you were telling us about stepping away from the jewelry business so that you could focus more on the YouTube channel. Now you've got the lab up and coming. I mean, you have a busy life, right?
Right now, hopefully it will plane out and have more fun than work, Hopefully get to the point where I can just go play videos and, maybe get, hire your husband to do my editing. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
so.
He said he would do that for you.
I know.
Not a problem at all. So you could definitely, talk to him about that. I think, I'll be honest with you, I think if I was playing in the casinos as much as you do, I don't know if I would continue to love to gamble. Like, that is my favorite thing to do. Like, it sounds weird, but for me, anytime we want to date night, I love to go to the casino. I want to relax and have some fun. I want to go to the casino. I want to lay out at the pool. I want to do that, right? And I don't know if I put as much time and dedication into that. Do you ever just feel like you don't want to see another machine? Like you don't want to do it?
On the downswings, yes. So when you have, the big upswings, no, because you're like, ooh, I can't wait for the next machine to see how much money I pull out of it. But when you start just dumping coin into a machine, and then you go to the next machine, and you go to the next machine, and you go to the next machine, and you're like, you just spent 4 hours at the casino and you got 0 video. It's definitely there's times where you're just like, some expletives come out. It
Yeah.
happens. So
Well, when you're live, right, and you're not on a winning streak, you're still so positive. So I can't
yeah,
imagine,
no, and
when.
see, when I'm live, it's different because the chat makes it more enjoyable than just if you're there by yourself trying to create commentary. You know what I mean? It's a little different. I don't know how to explain it.
Kissy Cat says when you're in Texas, it's all you can think of because it's so rare. I agree with that because we don't have it, you know, 10, 15 minutes from our house. I mean, we have to really dedicate at least 2 hours of dry time, there and back total time. So,
Well, and it's not even 10, 15 minutes. You go to the grocery store here, you can play slots. You go to CVS, you play slots. You know what I mean? So, like, it's within, you go to the pub, play slots. Like, everybody's got slots everywhere. So, I mean, you go throw a stone in any direction and you're playing slots in 30 seconds or less.
wow. See, I think I would enjoy that. Texas, we had it up on, we actually, as voters, voted to bring the casino resorts here. But once again, it got shut down. So, they won't meet so they met this year, so they won't meet again until 2025 to
Yeah, because you're
discuss
every
that.
other year.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of a bummer for us because we were looking forward to hopefully it getting passed and we could have some bigger resorts here in Texas. It was a bummer for me because I was super excited. I'm like, oh, we
Yeah.
could go to the casino so often, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. I think it would maybe hurt Vegas a little bit because we get so many people from Texas coming here.
can you imagine what it would do for Oklahoma?
Yeah. I mean, it probably would crush Oklahoma pretty bad because I mean,
Yeah.
if you had a big casino, well, I mean, maybe not because they could compete more. They might increase the
Ooh,
pace.
maybe my comps would be better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? So there's
Yeah.
ways to entice people to come up and make that trip if you make it worth their while. But you could put so many casinos in Dallas.
You really
I mean,
could.
it's so
Between
big.
here and Austin, too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
in the Houston area,
Yeah,
that would be great.
It's crazy.
We were talking a couple of weeks ago on our show about how when we go to Oklahoma, all you see are Texas plates. I mean, it is very rare to see any other license plates. And of course, it's a border casino. It's super close. But I really think if they were to pass this, right, I don't think Oklahoma would be happy about that at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, probably not. I'm sure there's lots of casinos in Oklahoma greasing some pockets of your local
Oh,
representatives.
definitely. Yeah.
I mean,
they're
if I owned a casino, I would.
like, okay,
like,
we're not.
Let's be
vote
honest.
against-
You know what I mean?
Yes, right. Vote against it because we don't want to lose.
Well,
all
you're
the
gonna lose
patrons
everything
that we
almost.
got.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, again, kudos to you. I think it was very overwhelming, positive response yesterday. When you made the announcement that you were going to take a break, and just want to make it very clear to everybody, you're not shutting your channel down.
No.
You're just taking a break, right? We got
No,
to
I mean,
get some things
I'm going to
lined
be
up.
putting up videos every day, just one video a day. That I have some videos stored up, and I may do some live stream highlights and stuff like that. So the channel's still going. It's just I need a break from live streaming and going to the casino. It's just so much stimulation. Like, it's just an overstimulation of being in the casino that much that it's like I need my brain to kind of reset.
Yeah, I hear you, right? Because that's kind of how we went live in December. I think we were at Choctaw for 2 days. And of the 2 days, we were live for 23 hours between the 2 days.
It's
And
crazy.
I tell you, I got home and I was like, if Mike was trying to set me up for, I don't want to go gambling for a really long time, he did a really fabulous job because
Yeah, it's
I
like
did
it's
not.
like what is that when kids want to learn to smoke? You just give them like 4 packs.
yeah,
and then
say here,
you
smoke
make
'em
them
all.
smoke till they puke.
It's the same
So
process,
he
right?
he made you gamble till you puked.
Yeah, I mean, I truly was. I was done and I wanted to step away. Jag Wolf says we will be here hoping we still do meet up in October. Yeah, Jag,
we will.
that is still on the table, right?
Yeah.
Excuse
That's
me.
not even a question.
Yeah, so I mean, the channel will be up and going by then.
Yeah, I mean, people,
way-
people are acting like it's just going to die.
Yeah, that's why I
like-
wanted to be very clear about that. It's not going.
I don't understand why, the person left a comment earlier like, oh, it's, I've been gone for 5 months and it's so hard to start up again. That is true when you have a really small channel, but I feel like, we have a channel that's gotten to a certain level that people aren't going to be like, oh, well, he decided to take a month off. I'm not going to watch him anymore. And if those people do leave, so be it. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll be back. The
Well, I
chat's
think
the chat's too
chats,
good. You guys make
yeah.
it so good that they'll all come back. They all come back.
Yeah, and then that's just it, right? I mean, we do come to watch you play. We love watching you play, but we also come because it's the time for us to check in with our lizard family and see how everybody is doing and what's going on in everybody's lives. I mean, it's a great way to do that, right? And so I really don't think just taking a month off and doing what you got to do with the lab that's up and coming, I don't think that's going to hurt your channel at all, right? I mean, you have dedicated.
I mean, it'll probably
supporters.
set it back a little bit in the algo. The algorithm will kind of push it back, and it'll probably take 2 to 3 weeks to get it re-energized again.
Yeah. So Gina Lamana says, "I will never leave you, Jay. I'll miss you though." Absolutely, right?
I'll miss you too, dang Gina.
So if if you guys are still, people have plans to come to Vegas, right? I would still shoot you a message on Facebook when they're in Vegas, so that if you do have time to meet up with them, you'll do your best to try to do that, like you are tonight, right? You're going to go meet somebody that's coming along. So definitely still reach out to you if you're going to be in Vegas and you can meet up with them. Let's see. Scott Williams says, "Hey Jay, if you had to pick one slot, what would be your favorite?"
As cliche as it sounds, is probably Dragon Link. I mean, it has the most potential for the largest wins. And a lot of people hate it. That fishy game's got my number. I love that fishy game. I never win on it, but I love it. I don't know why. It's like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, I can hear the music now.
Yeah, they're dancing and they're having a good time. I don't know. I love it.
I love Dragon Links. That's my favorite go-to at all times. I love playing it. The potential is there. I love the Goldfish game as well, but I used to play the older version, and man, it used to pay out so well. And when you were playing the newer version, right, and started playing that, I was like, oh, I'm digging this. It's the sound and all the different potential bonuses that you can get. It is pretty amazing. I mean, if you ask me, I could see why that would be one of your favorite games to play. Absolutely. Kim Zilla says, "Piggy banking is no longer your favorite, Jay?"
Oh, yeah, I love piggy banking too. I mean, there's so many games. I mean, I don't know. I go through streaks, right? So whatever one's paying the most at the time, that's kind of my favorite.
Well, I love Sahara. It was my absolute number one go-to game until we came to Vegas last year and we did our group pool. I don't know if you remember that at Cosmo.
Oh, that was
it tore us apart, right?
Yeah, that was a second coming there that it gave us the business.
It did. And, it used to be my absolute favorite. Here at WinStar, they actually have what's called a 360 room, and it used to be called I guess it still is, the Lightning Lounge. So almost, I'd say 90% of those games that are in this specific room are nothing but Lightning Links and a couple of Dragon Link games. And I tell you what, I love going in there because the potential, as you said, is just so great to hit on those types of machines. You can, the 2 different bonuses. Oh my goodness, SL Slots, $49.99 super chat. Love you all. Mike and April are awesome. Choo choo train. We'll be back better than ever. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Jay, to do that. I appreciate it. I absolutely do. You guys rock, right?
That's what I was doing, messing with my phone right there. Sorry. I didn't want to be like I was ignoring you or anything.
Oh, no, I didn't take it that at all. Don't worry about it. I appreciate that super chat. That's awesome. We will definitely miss watching you live, but, Mike told you want help with your editing and you've got all this stuff going on with bringing up the other business. Definitely reach out because he can certainly help. He does a great job on the thumbnails and editing. So,
yeah. I appreciate that.
I don't mind.
I saw his
sitting there watching TV.
Yeah. I saw his little poll. He wanted to see a little podcast with him and I. It'd be a good time. Yeah, we'd be riffing it, just hanging out.
Yeah, I think it would be great for you guys to do it. I didn't even see what that poll is. Let's take a look.
Yeah, 7% of the people don't like us.
Oh, 7?
Yeah, I think
or
7%.
70.
7.
Oh, okay.
8% now. He said no.
8% said no.
Yeah, said no.
That's interesting. Wow. Dude says Jay ignores me all the time. April get used
Jay
to it.
ignores me all the time. Douche
Douche.
bull. That's bull. Douche knows it too.
You know what? She's going to call you out on it. You don't, dude. She's going to speak her mind.
No, she just likes to, stick it to me here and there.
You stir the pot a little bit?
Yeah. Because she knows it's far from the truth.
All right. So tell me what is going on in this town of Las Vegas with all of these UFOs. Or not all, but.
Yeah, it was an interesting situation. There was a 911 call from a family that the guy, reported that 911. I mean, we'll listen to it here in a second, but the police have it on body cam of something floating through the air. And then, it was like emanating and glowing and then just disappearing. And then as soon as it hit the ground, a 911 call came in right after that hit the ground. So what's the odds that this thing caught on body cam would hit the ground and then somebody calls in hey, something crashed in my backyard. So
yeah,
I guess we got the 911 call, right?
Yeah, we do have that audio. Let's listen to it. It's very interesting.
Beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That 911 caller.
Listen, I used to be a 911 operator, and the type of
that's
calls
funny.
that we used to get is incredible. But yeah, Kissy Cat, I have so many questions about this. Kissy Cat says, why are they so calm? Right? So we have the body cam that was on the police officer. And like you said, it's coming out of the sky. It hits. And then I think it was 6 or 7 minutes later, the phone of the 911, these creatures standing in Area 51 escapees, they're in their backyard. Why is there no footage of this? Like you and I know you do. We carry around our phones all the time. How is there no footage?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how there's no footage, but how is there no response body cam footage to the residents?
Yeah. They have it. They said that it was because it was private property. Oh, look at this. Sean S. Choo choo. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. That is awesome, Sean. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Loving the love. No footage, right? So the police officers, they show the body cam, but when they arrive on scene, they're not going to show this footage. Dutchie, I'm grabbing a gun and asking questions later. Exactly, Kissy Cat. I don't understand why there's no footage. Release the footage and let us see what it was. Because if there was nothing back there in the backyard, you would think that they would have no problem.
They release body cam footage of them chasing people through backyards all the time, and that's private property.
They do. You're right.
It's just a complete lie of why you would not be able to release the body cam. I mean, you can blur the faces. You can do whatever. I mean, I don't know.
There's just something there. So look, Ariane Slot says, we spotted something in the sky on May 30th in Utah. We have pictures and video. I sent it to KSL News, but no response.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's funny because everybody was kind of making fun of this and mocking the fact that there was footage, but the government took it. 5K grenade.
Oh,
welcome in 5K. Hope you're having a great evening.
What up? Speaking of 5K, really quick.
Okay, go
for it.
So
I talked to 5K. So even with me being not on the channel, 5K is going to take over SL slots next weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to be a 5K takeover.
Look at that. There you go. We'll still have
Cassidy.
some entertainment. Oh, Cassidy's very lucky, I hear. She did very well,
so
right?
it's going to be 5K and Cassidy playing Triple Fortune Dragon, crushing it.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's awesome. There we go. So
Yeah,
they're
this
going to be doing that
weekend.
on this Saturday?
I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. We had talked, yeah, I said this weekend, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Saturday.
Awesome.
Probably going to be the same time as my guess.
Okay, yeah. So,
So
we'll
you
just
guys
have
will
to-
still get some entertainment. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. You have a backup plan
It's going to
for
be
us.
okay.
Well, that's very, very nice of Cassidy and 5K Grenade to do, right? Because at least we'll all still get to hang out. So he's just gonna log in for your YouTube channel. We'll
Yeah.
find it there.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Yes, that's awesome. So see, we'll still be able to chit chat and watch 5K and Cassidy win some money. That will be great. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll be in the chat, so I'll get to be an observer. So it'll be kind of fun, to hang out with everybody.
Are you gonna tell him what games to play and
Yeah, I'll be
to
like,
change the denominations?
$25, $50,
Do that $50 bet. Go for it.
$88 dancing drums. Do it, 5K. No, I'm just kidding.
I like the comment I just saw come across the stream. 5K pushed it. You won't be
Yeah.
able to say that anymore.
5K pushed it. Just know how 5K makes babies on the Slot Lizards channel. That's for his channel during his live streams.
Michael Judd says, 5K, don't you screw this up.
No, 5K won't screw it up.
He's got big shoes to fill, right? He's got to
Yeah,
keep us
yeah.
all. That'll be interesting to see. So we'll see how well he does with keeping up with the chat. We'll be there to support him. Little Dutchie, I hope 5K does every Wednesday and Saturday. Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
That is
I
a
would
lot to
never-
ask. Let's see how he does this Saturday, right? And then
No, I just wouldn't ask. I mean, it's a lot to do. It's just a lot of time, and if he wants to do it, sure, go for it. But I don't want. I don't want to. I would never ask that.
you don't
of
want to put that on
anybody.
him.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, right? And doing that. And 5K has just always been such a big supporter. We see him throughout, the different channels that we go to, and he is a great supporter. So I think it's a good choice, right? If that's something he's going to want.
Yeah, he's a good
do.
supporter. He's a good friend too. He's a really good
Yeah,
friend,
absolutely,
so
he is.
he's
You
an
guys have
awesome
been
guy.
friends. You built this YouTube channel, and you've met some wonderful people that you're like. For us, we consider you family, right? You're our brother, and
Yeah,
we would do anything
appreciate
for
that.
you,
You as well.
right? And so I think it's great, and so it'll be interesting to watch 5K and see how well he keeps up with the chat. Better get you some moderators. Oh well, he's just
He's
gonna,
got
he's
Cassidy
using
too,
yours.
so
yeah.
Cassidy can be on the chat. She's got back to back down.
Yeah.
So she sang it, when she was with me. So she got a little training to see how things are done. So I'm expecting, Cassidy to do some back to back singing. And
I keep waiting for the day that we're at Choctaw or WinStar and we hear somebody around us start singing back to back. I keep waiting for it because we do it all the time, right? When before we started going live, we don't do it now when we're live because
Robin might do
wanna coin in
Wednesday
on yours.
takeover this week.
Oh, look at that! I'm a mod.
I'll have
for
to talk to
5K.
Robin.
All right, Robin, that's awesome. That would be great. So she could do Wednesday. I think they're in Vegas this week.
Yeah, they're in Vegas. She was going to come to the live stream on Wednesday, and I hadn't talked to her about kind of not doing the Wednesday show. But maybe I'll go and do, like, if she wants to take over, and I'll just be at the casino. I could be the third party just watching.
All right, so
I'll be
Robin
like one of
T,
the
the pressure
spectators
is
that are
on
behind
you.
me. Yeah. I'll be one of the spectators, like, watching, just staring.
You could be the Sean S, right? Because he's going to be out of town.
Yeah,
He's
that's
building-
true.
Yeah, he's down there building the border to, for.
Yeah.
So, he'll be gone. So you could be Sean S. We just need to get you a beard. We'll
I
get you-
do. I'm patchy, though. I could try and grow it out for a little bit.
That would be awesome. So awesome, Robin T. So the offer is up if you want to do Wednesday night. Just reach out to Jay and let him know. That would be great,
yeah.
right?
I'll go to a costume shop, see if I can find a beard.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Rand Jones, for the $1 super sticker. We do appreciate that. This is awesome, guys. I truly enjoy when you come in. It's funny because we talk about what goes behind creating a YouTube channel. And for me, on my Plugged In with April, it's a lot of work to sit here for an hour. And I just enjoy, like, the pressure was off of me because you were here this week, right? I
Sure.
had somebody to interact with it and talk to. I do have the chat and they do ask questions, but I just wasn't as stressed out leading up to today's show. because I do want to always try to have a good show for everybody. I want to be informative or
Sure.
formative of
And,
things
I
that are
mean,
going on.
what you do is you do a different show, and that I at least have entertainment from the slot machine, and can make commentary from that. I don't have to be the main
Yeah.
attraction. I'm more of like the side attraction.
Yeah, so the content, coming up with something that I think is interesting and something that people are going to be able to relate to and want to learn or find out. Like we had Vegas history last week, part 1 of our series. We kind of went over all things Vegas and how it got to where it was. We left off in the 1950s just because the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, in my opinion, is really when Vegas was kind of carved out to what it is today.
Sure.
So we kind of stopped, with that part 1 series at the meat of the subject. But it is just really, I can understand sometimes, for me on Sundays, I get so nervous. Like I get anxious about, am I going to be able to put on a good show? Are people going to like this content or not?
I think you just got to do it.
Yeah, and that's what Mike says, right? He's like, just jump in there, just go
do
for it. People will ask questions and just do it. And building our channel a little bit at a time as we keep going. It's a fun ride, but it is a lot of work. It really, truly is, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do it for the enjoyment of when I do the live streams. The chat is what really I'm more interested in and having fun with, and making people laugh. Making people laugh is more my true joy. The slot machines are fun and all, and I do enjoy playing slots. But when you hit something like the monkeys last night,
that was
monkeys,
absolutely greatness.
When you look up and your eye just goes right to it, and you're like, is that what I think it is?
Do I say this on camera?
Yeah.
Do I talk about
There was
this?
a second, if you watch it back, the camera kind of shakes like, oh, like that monkey.
Took you by surprise?
Yeah, that monkey's, he's sporting, because none of the other monkeys, it's all blurred out in that region. But for some reason, that monkey.
They knew what they were doing when they created it, right?
Oh, yeah.
They
That
did.
graphic designer is like, I'm going to throw this little guy on there
Let's
to
see if anybody notices.
Yeah, if anybody catches this, monkey laying there seductively,
He really was, right?
Yeah.
And I played that. We play that game all the time. We played it at the Luxor because I love that game, and I have never ever noticed it. And I can guarantee you, the first time I go to play this game, it's going to be the first thing I notice every
You can't
time.
stop looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like bam, little
Even when
monkey
you
guy.
don't want to know, it's there, right? He's looking at you.
Whoa, Douche got 10K in hand pays today.
What, dude?
Epicness.
Really?
Very
That is
cool.
awesome. Congratulations. What were you playing?
She loves her Dragon Link. I know that.
Yeah. Was it after 7:35? That's what I need to know.
Probably not, because it was earlier in the day. It's
Whoops,
only 5:50 here.
It could be 7:35 a.m.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Is her rule apply
The
to
rules,
PM
I don't know.
only?
The rules change. The rules change when
The rules
douche.
change all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
All right, so let's go back to this Vegas. Seriously, about the aliens. So why do you think people are always talking about it for Vegas? Like, why do you think for some reason they're summoned to Vegas? You think it's the lights? You think it's the Luxor light? Or
I don't know. I mean,
it's crazy.
I just find it as an interesting story in that, these things tend to disappear. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of in the news, and then all of a sudden, oh, case closed. Like, the case is closed. It's done. There's nothing like, oh, it's private property, case closed. Nothing to see here.
Well, and
You
this
know what I
happened
mean?
in May, right? Early May, and it's just now coming out, right?
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
was like May 1st or May 4th or something, and they're just now, coming out about it. And this family, right? Did they just decide not to say anything until, a month later? Or were they told they couldn't?
Either that or they're gone. One of the two. Who knows? I mean, nobody knows who the family is. They could be gone. The neighbors could be gone. That's why there's no footage, because everybody's gone.
Because everybody was gone and there's nothing there. They just have the
Yeah.
recording. I have to tell you, if I open up my back door, and we do live in Texas,
Mhm.
I see something that doesn't belong, my gun's coming out. I'm taking care of business, right? You're on my property, and And I'm also probably going to make sure I take out the phone.
Yeah, that's
But
well,
you have plenty of
that's
time
one
to
thing
call
I did learn
911.
well, no. That's one thing I did learn in owning my pharmacy in North Minneapolis is just never call the police. Just handle your
handle it
business.
yourself?
Yeah, just handle it yourself, and then you can, take it to somebody who knows what's going on, and then put it on the internet, and because all they're going to do is cover it up. You just take care of it yourself.
So really, there's no
take
no
those
trace?
aliens out. Let
There's
us know
no
they
trace of the
exist.
family at all.
Nobody's gone and tried to find them. I can't believe
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, at CNN
No
or
news, nothing.
Fox News, any of the news channels aren't
Yeah.
out there trying to find them. I find that very interesting. I do. Let's see here.
You have to look into Operation Mockingbird, and then you'll understand.
Is that a movie? Is that a documentary?
No. I'll leave that little tidbit for people to look into.
Okay. All right. We'll have to check that out. Definitely. Chicago's dropping in all of the emojis. I don't know if anybody checked out, but we do have some new emojis that we added for tonight's show. I think they're kind of fun. Mike had a lot of fun creating them. So hopefully everybody is checking them out. Welcome in, Ron and Sharon, Lucky and Love. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. I appreciate that. This is awesome. Kissy Cat says, read your chat. Is she talking to me?
I don't know.
I know.
It's a different show than the this isn't a super interactive. It's interactive between April and I, not the chat as much. We're trying to. You have to find a balance in the different type of shows. So we interact. We'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And our lights keep flickering. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but our electricity is like on the verge. I mean, it is storming here so bad right now.
So if we cut out aliens.
We'll know why. The aliens.
the aliens got Mike and April.
They didn't like us talking about it.
Come find me, everybody. I need the channel.
That's so funny. Well, I just, for me, the whole alien thing, it's silly to think that we would be the only ones here in this entire universe and that there's not some other form of life out there. And it is interesting that every time something comes up, it's taboo. Nobody talks about it.
Sure. I mean,
right?
it's pretty egocentric to think that there's nothing else out there, that we're like the end all be all of intelligence.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Kim says, be careful out there. Gina says, abducted.
Storm chasers in Texas.
Yes. Storms. I love watching that. I really, really do. So tornadoes and the thunderstorms. I mean, that's crazy here, right? I mean, you get some crazy weather there in Vegas.
No.
But it's not anything.
Compared to the Midwest and no.
Yeah, it's not anything like what we get here. Yeah. Kim Zella says, I think Earth is the planet aliens drive by and shake their head at.
Probably.
They're probably like, these people are nuts. We're not stopping there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
They're
keep going.
People watch a guy play slots and make jokes. They're like, what? Like.
Oh, that's greatness. That is greatness. That's funny. Sorry. So I can't imagine that there's not anything else out there. I think that every time they cover these things up, it is just, for me, just a little interesting to see. And then you've got this 911 call now, and everybody is, just now talking about it 4 weeks later. Where is the family? Kissy Cat says, look up Story Musgrave. He's an astronaut who noticed a lot in space.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
I will.
April, we moved to Arizona from Northeast Austin.
Yeah, so Douche knows the storms.
Yeah, she does. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you won, Douche. That's awesome that you guys had a great time. We need to make it our way up to Phoenix sometime very, very soon.
She had a farm in Austin that she used to.
Really?
Yeah, had horses and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. That would be hard to give up and go to Arizona for. That would definitely would. Ron and Sharon, we heard the aliens in Vegas resembled green reptile lizards-like creatures. Coincidence? Yeah, Jay. So you are hiding. You're gonna hide out for the next 4 weeks.
That's right.
Maybe
That's what
we now know why.
Because the news reports came out, I got to disappear for a little bit.
You gotta go. You gotta disappear.
100%.
They're on to you.
100%.
That's greatness. That is awesome. That's, they're like, oh no, the lizards, the lizards. Well, first you changed your name, which was, about a month ago. You made that announcement,
That's
which
right.
is when the original sighting was, and we're
It's
just now
all-
hearing about it. And now you got to go, right?
It's
You gotta
all a
take break.
diversion.
That's great. I think it's wonderful. I think what you do is great. I am excited that you're going to have some time to take off, although you're going to be working probably more manual labor, right?
Yeah,
More
yeah. I mean,
the-
it's going to be a lot of. It's
Yeah.
a different type of labor. It's not as stimulating, overly stimulating labor. So it's just something to. Sometimes when you get that much stimulation, it can kind of burn your brain out when you're playing that slots that many, that much. It's
We used to come home and dream of it, right? Mike would be
Yeah.
like, I woke up and I kept hearing the bells and the whistles from the
Well,
red
that's
screens
'cause-
and all of those things.
I can't do that. I don't know if I could ever come to Oklahoma and play because that red screen, the noise is just oof.
Well,
rough.
I know you're taking off for the lab, but you're more than welcome to come up here for a 3-day weekend if you need an extra break.
Sure,
and
sure.
We could take you to Windstar or Choctaw. Now, we're going to be in your neck of the woods very, very soon, so don't conveniently be gone the weekend that we come
Sure,
up there.
sure.
You're like, oh, I'm
Or
going to
if
be
I
in
suddenly
Texas.
disappear, everybody,
We'll know why.
the government got me.
The government came in and took you away. That's
Yeah.
funny. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on board and joining us. It does look like you had a little bit of an overwhelming response to maybe doing something with Mike and coming on and talking to him
Yeah, we'll see.
here and there. He'd be happy to do that. We have thoroughly enjoyed having you on. I hope that you're able to come back and join us. Oh, that's right. Kim's going to be in town
Kim,
too.
Kim Zill will be in
So
town.
you better not disappear.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come in town that time, it's not an official, SL Slots event. It's just a bunch of people who became friends from the first event, and they're all coming to town, and
Yeah.
everybody's just looking to have a good time. So if you like to have a good time and you're really cool,
Yeah, if you're gonna
You
be in
know?
town, just drop Jay a message, drop us a message. We'll be there the 16th through the 24th. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and Kim and I are planning a trip to Boston in September, so that's gonna
yeah,
be
I
fun
heard
too.
you and Kim are becoming really close and texting a lot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yes, we are friends, and we're just trying to plan something out to go out in September. Go out to Boston. I've never been out that way. We're going to go visit some of Mike's family and then
Sure.
pop into Boston and have some fun. So we'll
Yeah,
be
see if
planning
you
that as
can-
well.
See if you can find NES and
Yes,
Robin
exactly.
T. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. NES will come down to Boston.
It'll be fun. It'll be
He
a
likes
lot
Boston
of fun.
Encore. He just doesn't like you can't record.
That's the thing,
So-
right? Is just if you're traveling like we are, and if we were to want to play at a casinos, getting real-time footage would be a little bit difficult as far as going live and whatnot. So it is. We'll see, but I'm excited. Again, I would have never met Kim,
Ooh,
right?
5K might come to Boston.
That would
And
be fun.
Sean. Oh my goodness, look at this. Like
Yeah.
a party.
Yeah. So look, we're just
Scott
we're the
too.
traveling
He's not far
lizards.
from yeah. Gina, look at all these people.
It'd be fun, right? We could all
Kimmy
just meet
Petco's,
up.
what's the date for Boston? Look at everybody wants to know.
Yeah, so we were definitely looking into that. I believe we were looking at like September 20th, 25th, something like that. And then we have the Slot Lizards League Fall Fest. Is that what I believe what we're calling
Yep.
that? Which will be in October 14th and 15th and 16th,
Yeah,
I
something like
believe.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. More details coming out. Kim is still in the doing a beautiful job planning as always.
Yeah.
She's got a couple of things out there on Facebook, Chris polls as far as what people want to do. Gina says we could meet up with you guys in Boston. This is going to be fun. See,
Yeah, look
all
at
these
this.
people we would have never met before, right, Jay? You are connecting all of us, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's
But,
very cool. I never
if-
thought this would happen. I just thought people would watch, eat baked beans, and
Eat baked beans and watch.
enjoy
watch
the show,
lizards.
and let go of a
Well,
little
that
gas.
yeah,
and be good.
it's a great testimony to who you are and the type of people that you super secret club travel as a pack.
As a pack.
That's awesome. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, let's just go over the Fall Fest very quickly. If you want to be a part of that, you want to know the dates and the events that are coming up for that, which is going to be the meeting
Yeah, there's a private group that Kim set up.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to,
So you'll
I
have to
don't know.
Facebook, you friend request Kim
Yeah.
Robach there on Facebook first, and then she will invite you to the private event page there on Facebook. She has polls out there of kind of what everybody would like to do. Last time, you guys, it was very successful, by the way. You had,
Yeah, it was a great event. It was so fun.
yeah, so you had a pool day, y'all had dinner, you had a group pool,
Yeah,
which
so it
was,
started
wow,
out-
successful.
Yeah, on
Let's
Friday.
talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, it started on Friday. We did. We had dinner at Pampas Brazilian Steakhouse. It was pretty good. They treated us excellent. The service was fantastic.
Nice.
So they really took care of us. Had a great time. Met everybody. Had some interesting introductions that were pretty funny, but I won't. I'll leave that to.
You have to be there to know those things, right?
Yeah. You'll have to ask Mary DeRose about that 5Ks. Special lady, Vegas
Yeah.
lady. And then on Saturday we had the live stream that everybody kind of showed up for. Douche showed up fashionably late as usual. She had to make an entrance, to try and steal the show, but that's okay. I forgive you, Douche. No, I love you. But then we had the group poll, which was just an absolute blast. I mean, we just crushed it, had tons of fun.
You did
Even
awesome.
the general manager of the El Cortez, he was like, man, that was
That was
probably
epic.
the most fun he's ever seen people have in a group poll of people just, so happy and just having a great time. And then Saturday, 5K had his little pool party and, well, not little, but it was the pool that was at his space. He had like a little hot tub pool.
The lanai, yeah.
Yeah, that little tiny little pool. It was a little onesie pool, It was
It was still a pool.
I know. I never seen anything like it. It was a little onesie, So, but we had a great time at the pool party. Had great food from that 5K got from the Cosmo. It was awesome, and had a great time at the party. And everybody just kind of hung out, made friends, told a lot of jokes, laughed and.
Was that the
It was
first
great
time you
time.
met some of these folks? Like the very first
The
time?
majority of them, yeah, the majority. I knew 5K, Kim,
Right.
Sean didn't come to the pool party, but Sean, but Kim and Scott Spokane Meredith, I had met them. I had talked to Douche before, and then talked to her quite a bit, and then
Oh, so that's the first time you've seen her in person or met her in
correct,
person.
yeah, in person.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
Is there a video posted of the group pool? Oh, yes,
oh yeah,
Terry
100%.
Williams.
It's great.
Yes,
just
you've
look
got to
it up.
go.
It was
Epic.
Happy and Prosperous group pool video.
Yes, very, very successful. You've got to
the
go
thumbnail,
check it out.
The thumbnail has a picture of everybody
Yeah.
yelling in it.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, that's good. That's a great idea, right? So it's easy to go
Yeah.
back and see
Mhm.
which one it is. I think it was a great success. I love the fact that everybody's already wanting you to do another event. I think doing it the week of G2E, where a lot of other folks are in town, and Granny Fest has her thing going on as well. I think it's a great weekend to do that. Guys, if you are thinking about going to Vegas anytime soon or sometime in the fall, October is beautiful, right?
Yeah,
The
it's
weather there
perfect
is
time of year.
great. It is. It's the perfect time of year to go to Vegas, and it's a lot of fun. I'm super excited. We were very bummed out that we didn't get to come to the first meet and greet lizard event. So I'm very excited that we're going to be there in October. It'll be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it'll be a great time.
yeah.
And,
So make
yeah, we'll see there. 5K. If you go check out on 5K's channel, there was a video. He did a live stream of the pool party, so you
Yeah.
can check that out.
we saw that
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
I think it's great, right? I think it's great that everybody, you will never understand, and hopefully you do, the impact that you've had and the community that has grown around you. You're just such a great person, and these
No, thank
folks
you
that
so
we
much.
meet
You
online.
guys are everybody's so great that I've
It
met. It's just
is,
been
right? I
fantastic,
mean,
so.
it's great to have such an extended family. And so hopefully everybody, definitely you need to reach out to Kim and become her friend on
Mhm.
Facebook. So, because she is definitely putting polls out every day to try to get a feel for, and I love that about Kim, right? She's a great planner. She gets a feel for what everybody wants to do that weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be another great event that, definitely for you guys. She does a fabulous job.
5K dropping a hottie.
What in the world? Let's check it out here. Thank you, 5K, $100 super chat. I love the douche. Just saying. Everybody loves the douche, 5K, right? She's just awesome. Awesome people. Everybody, you just surround yourself with awesome people, and you're going, it's just so awesome and epic. And 5K, that is awesome of you to do.
Yeah,
I
such
truly
a generous
appreciate
super
it.
chat. He had to one up me. Did you see that? I did the $49.99.
He had to
He's
one
like,
up you.
I'm going to double it plus a penny.
That's how 5K is, though, right? He is just
Rub it
very
in
generous.
eye.
We talked about that earlier. He's
an awesome guy. I love him.
So I think it's very fitting to have him and Cassidy do your live show on Saturday.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully
gonna be a
that's
great
this
time.
Saturday. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. We'll definitely tune in. Everybody will be there to support them. Phil Bogo Slots. Hey, Jay and April. Hope you are both well. You too, Mike. I'm at work, so can't fully pay attention at the moment. Well, I hope you're having a great evening, Phil. Thank you so very much. We met him. Was it? February. I think it was February, right? He came to the Longhorn. We all met him. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
absolutely.
100%.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this up here. I know that you are super busy. You got a lot of things going on. We hope everybody has a great winning week if you're going out and gambling at all. I truly, truly appreciate from the bottom of my heart, Jay, for you coming on. It's just always a pleasure having you here.
It's good times.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk to you throughout the week. Everybody tune in on Saturday because it sounds like 5K is going to take over the reins, at least for this Saturday night. So
Yeah, it's
don't
gonna
miss
be a
out
good
on
time. I'm going to be in
Yeah.
the chat for sure watching, rooting them on those Triple Fortune Dragons.
Yeah,
Those games look so fun. I wish they had them here in Vegas. I don't know why they don't have them.
That's one of my all-time favorites that they took it out at the WinStar, and I absolutely loved playing it. And when they line up, boy, do they hit!
Yeah,
It is a
I
great
can
win.
only imagine how much they hit. Somebody had asked if we're going to get notifications. It's going to be on my channel, so it'll still be on the SL Slots channel. So it'll be like a normal live stream week where you'll get notifications. No problem. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yes, and Mike is gonna
with a heavy hammer.
mod with a heavy hammer.
Yeah,
Well,
because
we would-
5K's not there now, so he's got to take
Yeah,
over.
he's gonna have to step it up, right, and take over that and keep everybody in line. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
And Cassidy better do the back to back. Sing it with confidence, Cassidy.
Yes, Cassidy, you got to take Sean S's position there, and you got to sing it, and y'all got to be in tune when y'all do that. That'll be fun. I'm actually excited to see this. I think it will be fun. It could probably be a little comical as well. So we'll have to tune in on Saturday
5K's
and
got great
see.
jokes.
Yeah, he does. So instead of having story time with Jay, maybe we'll have jokes with 5K.
Yeah,
Right.
jokes with 5K. That's
Just
right.
keep them clean so that you don't get your channel in
yeah,
trouble.
yeah. Don't get me demonetized, 5K.
Cassidy
do it.
says, so much pressure. You can do it, Cassidy. We believe in you. You can do this. You and 5K will have a great time. All right, guys. Well, again, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope everybody has a great week. We will see you guys Saturday on the channel for SL Slots as 5K takes on the reign.
Yeah, and maybe
for
Wednesday too with Robin if she decides to do it.
Yes, that's
So-
right. So let us know. Just be checking that community tab for Jay, and then hit that notification bell so that you'll be able to see if Robin T is going to be able to do that. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
thank
Be
you.
sure you hit the thumbs up button. That shows all of the support and the love for us. If you're not subscribed, I hope you take a moment and subscribe to us. We do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We always we like to have Jay as our co-host every now and then when he has a moment to step in and help us. And I appreciate you coming out, Jay. And everybody take care, and we will see you next Sunday.
Yeah. Have
Thank
a great
you.
week.
This has been a Mike and April studio production.